Um, Talk to me. You know, a lot of high achievers have like a very established morning routine or morning ritual
Yeah.
that they do, and you know, I think it's sort of a uniform thing, and everyone kind of does the same thing, more or less. But talk to me a little bit about your morning routine, man.
Sure, sure. Yeah, it's probably not much different than yours or any other high achiever that you said. And to that point, anyone watching or listening to this should understand that success leaves clues. And so, if the great doctor here does it, and I do it, and then you see Ed Milet and Tom Billy doing it, well, there might be a clue there that you ought to do it as well. But I go to sleep between 10 and 10:30 usually, and my alarm is set to go off at 5:30 in the morning. Now, if I wake up anywhere between 5 and 5:30 on my own, I just get up and I don't fall back asleep at 5:15 and then get groggy when my alarm goes off. I have a rule that I never hit the snooze button, because if you hit the snooze button on your alarm, your first action of the day is a L. It's a loss instead of a W, instead of a win. I want to stack as many wins as possible, so I'm not going to break that promise that I set to myself the night before by saying I'm going to wake up at 5:30 and then wake up at 5:45 with an L. And that's very important. It's good for your subconscious mind to wake up with a win. So I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, or a little bit sooner, drink 30 ounces of water that I took up there the night before with me, because I'm dehydrating at night, and we all are. 30 ounces of water, shower, go downstairs, coffee, protein shake, and then go right to sending off 3 gratitude text messages to 3 people in my life that I appreciate, that have helped me, that have been there for me. And I send out those 3 text messages, nothing long, just 4 or 5 sentences of appreciation, and hit send. I do that for 2 reasons. One, I want to ground myself in gratitude. Number two, I know I'm an entrepreneur, which means my day is going to be unpredictable. I may show up and the government might say, we're shutting the entire country down. Now, an employee goes, hey, no worries. I can get unemployment. I can go work from home. All good. You and I go, holy shit, what do we do, right? So by sending out 3 gratitude text messages, I've guaranteed myself that if the whole day goes to shit, 3 people are going to reach out to me throughout the day randomly and thank me and show appreciation back to me. So I've got 3 good news.
Stop right there, man. When did you start doing that? And was that something you learned from a mentor or something that you just thought up on your own?
I realized that I think it was accidental. I might have sent a gratitude text message to someone someday, just one. And I realized, I don't remember when it was or who it was, but I was having a shitty day. And like later that evening, like hours later, like 10 hours later, man, they were like, hey, B, just getting to my text messages. Thank you so much for this gratitude text message. That made my day. And I was like, wow, that person that changed my life, I did something to make their day. And after having a crappy day like this feels so good getting those text messages. So the most selfish thing I do, Doc, is to send out those 3 gratitude text messages. It's for me, not them. I mean, it is for them.
Oh no, I love it. All right, so
Yeah.
send those out. Keep going.
Yeah. So once I sent out the gratitude text messages and I had my coffee, my protein shake, I literally sit down with my laptop. I turn my phone upside down and put it on silent, push it away from me because I'm tempted like everybody else. I've got all my notifications turned off, and I go right into my laptop here, and I just go onto my GSD list, my Get Shit Done list, which ironically happens to be the shirt that I'm wearing today, Get Shit Done. I wrote that list the night before going to bed. I do a brain dump. I don't want my brain swirling around ideas. If you're one of those people that sleeps at night and your brain is processing through stuff, it's because you haven't written down on a piece of paper the 3 to 5 things you're going to do the first thing in the morning when you wake up that's going to move the money and the meaning needle. When you do that, you've done this brain dump and your brain can relax. I wake up and after my water, gratitude text messages, coffee and protein shake, I spend about 2.5, 3 hours doing my work, my GSD list. And by 9 a.m., I'm in the gym working out. Then I get here to headquarters where I get to do fun stuff like this, podcast after podcast, coaching calls with clients, meeting with my team members and creative stuff. But I've done all the magical stuff, like write the promotional emails and posts and blog posts that are going to move the money needle.
I love it. It's so like our routines are so similar.
Yeah.
So I take 16 ounces of water at night with me, like a pint of water, put it on my nightstand when I get up. Same thing. I don't snooze. You get up, you just, start your day. I'm also a zero inbox guy. And I find that's a really great way. You mentioned that earlier, where my goal is to always have 0 messages in my inbox. That's kind of how I organize my day. And I'll snooze a message if it needs to be dealt with later. If we take care of it in 5 minutes, I do it right then and there. Or I schedule it for a later date when it can be done. You know, I love all that.
And you know, one thing worth sharing with your audience too, because you did say that some of them are younger medical students or just younger people in general. Look at the brain power it takes to see an email come in, hit it, read it, save it as unread, and then come back to it later. If you can develop enough discipline to either not read it in that moment if you can't respond, or if you're going to read it, you might as well respond. That little hack, you're closing the loop. And it's no different than having all these open loops that are taking up bandwidth in your brain. This is why you and I are far more optimized in how we do shit than someone who's got like, okay, I read 9 emails, but I haven't responded to 8 of them. So you're formulating the answer in the back of your head while you're trying to live your day. It's just not going to work.
Totally, man. Totally.